Hello everyone, a little over 10 months ago I made a general boss bloom guide going over farming and strategies for each boss. Now this guide is still relevant to this day, but since that guide NinjaQ has added a new boss, Blastapopoulos, and today I'm going to add to the guide with this Blastapopoulos video. I encourage you to watch the original boss bloom guide since I go over farming in that video, but it is not necessary to understand this video. Anyways, let's begin. Blastapopoulos is a fire-based boss with purple bloom properties. It increases ability cooldowns and decreases the range of all towers. When Blast reaches a skull, it launches fireballs and rocks. The fireballs will target towers that are the furthest away, closest, and most expensive. When the fireball lands on the tower temporarily can't be sold and has its ability cooldown paused. The rocks, on the other hand, land in a circular pattern, blocking the line of sight until they expire. All projectiles expire much faster while Blast is alive because their heat burns them up. This applies to sticky bombs, and glue's damage over time effect. Also, all attacks heat up Blastapopoulos, with fire-based attacks filling their gauge faster. On the opposite end, ice-based attacks cool Blast down, reducing the gauge. When the gauge fills up, Blast stuns all towers on screen and increases their ability cooldowns. So this is a lot to take in. Blastapopoulos is easily the most complex boss by far, and because of that, they are my least favorite. Anyway, let's go over strategies on how to beat this guy, starting with tier 1. As with pretty much every boss, a 205 elite defender is still king here. It's cheap, so affording it isn't that much of an issue, and the damage output is pretty good. I don't have any more to say about this tower that hasn't already been said, so let's move on. Overdrive / Taxstone with buffs can work depending on the map, but it'll be a bit slow, and if the track is short, Blast may exit before Tack can finish it off. Finally, Mob Assassin spam can work despite Blast's hard countering cooldowns. This can be pretty slow because the cooldown increases, and you have to make sure not to put the assassins too far away because projectile may expire before reaching Blast. MAD, just like Elite Defender, is still king for tier 2, but just like the Mob Assassin strategy in tier 1, make sure not to put MAD too far away. And use the ability whenever it comes up. Since the buff received in update 46.0, the ability has been extremely good for bosses. Next option is Avatar Wrath. Avatar Wrath is a solid option if Dartling is banned for that week. Supermines is also a good option if you have the money to spare. So far, the towers that are good against other bosses are still good against Blast. The only tower that isn't is Bottom Path Ninja. Once we get here, you really just spam down Paragons. So Dart and Boomer are your best options. If Paragons are banned, go to the original boss bloom guide as I have a section in the video towards the end discussing what to do if Paragons are banned. I would copy and paste what I said in the original script, but I seem to have lost it somehow. So for tier 4, usually I recommend a high degree Ninja Paragon like I did for every other boss, but Blast burns off the sticky bomb the Ascended Shadow throws, so it isn't that good here. Instead, a high degree Boomerang Paragon or Boat Paragon is enough. And for tier 5, get as many high degree Paragons as you can. Blastapopoulos is definitely the most complex boss so far, but it isn't unique enough that you need a drastically different strategy in order to beat it. The heat mechanic is interesting, but you can often just ignore it. You may have noticed, I never actually showed the best ways to cool Blast down because I don't think it is worth spending money in earlier tiers to cool them down, and in later tiers you do so much damage that Blast will heat up no matter what you do. Anyway, if you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord. Link is down below in the description. Have a nice day, everyone.